Okay, everybody's here. So I think that means we can start. And by everybody, I mean just the people who are actually here. Everyone who's here is here.
That is
Profound.
astounding.
Profound. So let's see. What happened last time? No, I'm asking because
I was at work.
right.
Stuff.
So
I believe
you finished up your last job, which was getting the informants.
yes.
And then we did downtime, which went better than the previous downtime as far as overindulgence went.
As far as that part went, yes.
Shane got jumped by some red sashes.
I got stabbed in downtime, which I didn't realize was a possibility.
Yep.
So that was interesting.
And the ink rakes are searching for you. That was the other thing that happened in downtime.
Yep, they've got little Johnny coming after us.
Yeah, all the newsboys. All the newsies. And then you started your next job, or you were about to start your next job, which was you were going to break into Elstera Alvrathi's house to find the Heart of Kotar. And that
Kotar!
That's right. And that was by Lord Pendrin's man, Quess, who sent you on that particular quest.
Ho ho.
I'm glad you have that in your notes, because I forgot to take any of that down.
Well,
I remember
pretty
pretty much all of that.
There's also a very convenient video record of it, so it's a lot easier for me to remember.
I gotcha.
Weird.
Yeah.
How did you do a video?
You know, I just press some buttons. So, Chris, you are not here. So we didn't get to do anything with Edlin last time, which is fine because you were in prison. Or not prison, jail. You were in jail.
I am sitting in the jail, talking to my jailmate, explaining how wounds occur and how they heal.
Okay. Well, you're actually in basically like the drunk tank. I mean, there's, 4 or 5 other ne'er-do-wells sitting around. You're obviously the fresh meat in here, so
Talk to them about germs and bacteria, the tiny monsters that kill you from inside your body.
They didn't know about that yet.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone's got a ghost that lives inside them that could devour them at any time. So
I mean, they've got humor.
There's a skeleton living in your body right now.
They do have the humors.
That's right.
I'm going to have to cut you open. Would somebody grab that scalpel? I think I left it over there in that filth.
Mm-hmm.
I think I left it in Bob.
So, Chris, or should I say Edlund?
Edlund.
You should.
I should. A blue coat comes to get you. And then...
Constable?
I think they're constables.
I guess I should probably just... Blue coat, I guess, isn't anything derivative, so...
Well, I mean, it actually...
Blue coat?
Yeah. I mean, they're actually called, something like the police department, but everyone calls them blue coats, and I don't think it's like...
A derogatory term?
Yeah, derogatory or anything.
As derogatory terms go, that one's pretty mild.
Yeah, I mean, really. But yeah, they
Quick
take...
sidebar.
Okay.
Quick sidebar. I find it amusing that Shane is just slowly sinking down.
It might be the webcam slowly, tilting up.
Anyway, sidebar over.
I don't think I'm actually sinking.
So yeah, they take you to an interrogation room and leave you alone for, 5-10 minutes. And then another man comes in.
Ooh, good cop, bad cop. Come on.
He's got some sort of file that he's looking at. And he looks like Peter Stormare.
Who's that?
Which one is that?
Well, he was in Fargo. He played Lucifer in
Got it.
Constantine. He was in American Gods as Chernobog.
Got it. Okay, him. I'm really scared now.
He's just reading a file, kind of ignoring you. Edlund Wakefield.
Yes, sir.
He leans over the table. It's okay. It's okay. We know that you've gotten involved in things that you probably feel out of your depth. We're here to fix all that. All you got to do is just tell me what he's up to.
Who is up to?
How did LaRose recruit you?
Okay, sidebar. Who is LaRose?
He's our contact.
Rose is our blue
He's
coat
our
contact.
blue coat contact.
Okay. Got it.
He's trying to get you to turn on him. But snitches get stitches.
Not completely sure.
How do you mean?
I don't know. Tell me who LaRose is. I just got off work, so my vocabulary is kind of down to its bare minimum right now. Is an alias for who?
Don't play coy with me. You know. The blue coat you've been working for. He's been preying on a lot of people, and we just want to stop that.
I kind of look shocked. I'm working for a blue coat, and I'm getting this shoddy treatment?
It's not
I would have think you would keep your informants better off than that.
Oh, so you're informing for him.
If I worked for him, what option would there be?
Well, there's so many things that he could possibly be involved in that he's dragged you into. I'd hate for, a young, upstanding citizen with so much potential to be dragged into his mire. I don't know. I just got off work too. Words are hard.
Well, if you point me towards this alias and if you need me to rat on him, I'm sure I can easily do that for you as well as for him. So just point me in the right direction and tell me what you need me to say.
Okay. That sounds like a sway to me. Maybe a consort.
It doesn't matter.
It's all the same.
Okay. Well, I'd ask you if you wanted any help or anything, but you're alone.
Uh-huh.
I'll bake you a cake with a file in it.
Right.
Nice.
Actually, no, we're in a bakery. We can just have one ordered.
Exactly. We actually are in a bakery.
So yeah, Chris, you want to make a sway roll?
Let me remember how to do that.
Just click on the action name.
Just pucker up and blow.
Position.
Standard.
Risky.
Yeah.
Effect.
Standard.
Amazing.
Standard. I think I said those
Okay.
backwards, but
Possibly, yes. Okay. What is the devil's bargain?
It's this bargain where you accept some form of, setback in exchange for.
Oh, thank you.
I'm thinking probably, okay, this is kind of boring, but some extra heat. Regardless of how this goes, he sees you as a ne'er-do-well, and he's going to put the word out to some of his other people to keep an eye.
I'm going to take that. That kind of seems appropriate for my character.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we need right now.
Some more
heat.
You don't even have it.
Secret base.
Only because we have gone to lengths to get it off.
So that gives a bonus die, right?
Yep. So that'll actually give you a die, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, this is terrible. This is terrible. Guess what happened?
But
They updated the character sheet and everything on your crew is gone.
What?
No.
I know.
it
What?
is.
That's crap.
But my character's gone. My character's still here.
Yeah, I know. That's really weird.
Yeah. No.
And it's
Wait,
not
that's weird.
loading.
Some stuff is here.
Oh no, there it is. There it
No,
is.
no,
I
yeah,
was on the
it's
wrong
okay.
thing. I was on the wrong thing. Whew.
See, I remember some of it, but not all of it.
Yeah, I remembered some of it too, but not all of it.
By the way, since we're doing this, we might as well get this taken care of. What did we determine the name of the crew was? I thought we actually came up with something.
I don't think we did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have anything. I've been going with the Baker Boys, but that was never agreed to by the rest of you. And for some reason, you have input into this.
How about
You're-
this? How about this? How about this? The Baker's dozen.
There'd have to be a dozen of us, though. And I guess 13 of
But
us. There'd have to be 13 of
that's
us.
perfect.
It'll confuse people.
Misdirection.
Exactly.
It'll.
I just think we don't know how to count.
Oh, look, you rolled and everything, and my screen is not showing it to me. There we go. Okay. You got a 4.
I did.
A fool.
That is a success with complications.
And with already a devil's bargain on it.
The only kind of success there is.
That's right.
I'm going to get beat up, aren't I?
Yeah, that's actually pretty much what happens. He has he leaves the room. A couple other guys come in
Phone books.
with phone books and yeah, he just asks you the same thing again and again, while they're hitting you.
With blowtorches and pliers.
Good, good.
Now, this doesn't actually matter too bad because eventually he does release you. By the way, his name is Arvis Bowman.
I'm going to put him on my character sheet because I might have some issues with Mr. Arvis.
But yeah, they don't have anything to hold you on, really. Don't go starting fires. Pretty much. And because you missed downtime last time, usually what happens when that happens is you clear all your stress.
Okay.
but you don't get like downtime actions and stuff. So you would have probably taken stress from them beating you up, but then you would have just cleared it. So
You don't get injured on your downtime. I advise against it.
and then, well, okay. This is a question for you guys. Does photography exist in this world?
Photography?
I'm going to say yes, but it's the actual ghost
Like-
kind where,
Maybe Old
20
West
minutes.
style photography.
Yeah.
Like Old
20
West, I
minutes.
think would be okay.
where you have, if you make one little movement, you're blurry.
Okay, yeah, so like daguerreotype or
Yeah,
however you
exactly.
pronounce that French word.
Like the most primitive form of photography.
Yeah, because I couldn't decide because I was like, I mean, they're advanced, they've got electricity and things like that, but
Mhm.
photography is a chemical process
It is.
until the
It'd
digital.
also be good if you could do something with spirits in photography, like be able to.
So I'm sure
catch
there's
an image
another
on
way to
film.
do it.
Yeah, like a Kirlian photography.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
So yes, but maybe it's very either artistic or people use it for occultish matters more than anything useful.
Okay. That's
Occultish
I would say
things are-
Incorrects
occultish
probably
things are
have a lot
useful.
of it.
yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, Edlund, as you're leaving the police station, you catch sight of the local paper that a newsie is up there on the corner selling, and there's a big old picture of you. Well, it'd be a woodcut of you essentially on the front page, and it with a big headline across it that just says "Anarchists."
We've been made.
Yeah.
Book it.
Look it, it's the cops.
It's the coppers.
So,
Okay, well,
what do you do?
I raise my collar up on my coat.
Uh huh.
Obviously, I have a hat. I pretend to be a gentleman. I leave the hat down low and the collar up high and just merge into the crowd.
All right. Fair enough.
He disappears like any non-serial killer would.
But aren't serial killers better at disappearing?
Yes, by merging into the normal people.
Okay. So that catches us up, sort of. The next thing that you guys were going to be doing was breaking into Esther of Rothy's house. So,
We did talk about that.
and we already rolled your position, which was, or for your engagement roll, which
Mhm.
is risky. So her house is one of those rich people's houses. One of those rich people's houses inside town. So they don't
Okay.
have the space, to have a giant lawn and, have the house set back 500 feet. But instead, they have giant wrought iron fences, around them that block people from seeing or entering.
Is it also kind of like from Penny Dreadful, where it's just the size of a block?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's not the full block, but there's probably like 2 of these houses per block. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
So it's huge.
Okay.
it's got wings and
Okay, yeah. Danny was gonna get in with one of the
right,
serving girls
I remember this now. Okay.
and then open the doors from the inside.
Right.
That's what it was.
right. So Timothy has seduced one of the maidens fair that works there,
Right.
and is spending the night. And he the back alley somewhere just swings open the gate.
Excellent.
And you guys can sneak in. Did you decide what load you were going to go with?
I'm not going to be able to take much of a load, being as I'm doing the undercover thing.
Right. I mean, you don't necessarily have to have the same load, but
I'm gonna go with normal.
okay.
We're doing this at night. Are we
Mhm.
disguised at all? Are we going in as like, were we still going to wear like, I don't know, maintenance uniforms or whatever? Or were we just going to sneak in?
Sidebar again. When I come into the secret base, I come over to Vaughn and drop a couple of my teeth on the table in front of him and walk away.
Well, that's fine. He can look at the giant gash in my arm.
Chris, that is not a sidebar. That is a flashback.
Okay, you're right. Flashback. I forgot about flashbacks.
Yep.
All right. Let me read the loads again. Load.
Well, it's light, medium, heavy, but
I know. Light, you just look normal, right?
yeah, light is, you're obviously not packing. Medium is like
Normal.
is you might be packing.
And then heavy was like loaded for bear.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. And what did we determine a fine cover identity what actually was?
Oh, that's just like an ID. You've got a
Okay.
a fake identification.
All right. Well, I'm going to take that this time.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I don't have to say it yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say
but
you don't have to
it's-
say.
But it seems applicable this time. So
It might be. Oh yeah, and then the other thing, and I think I said this before, but just to reiterate, Elstera was out for the evening,
right.
Yeah.
which is why you've decided to do it now.
All right. Yeah, light's fine.
Okay. So yeah, Timothy sneaks you guys in. So you're in the servants' quarters, the servant wing, I guess. The hallways are a little narrower here. There's a lot more doors in this hallway than you would suspect. And most of the servants are, sleeping and stuff, but there is, like the kitchen is still, someone's in there cleaning or something. Killing chickens for the next day. I don't know. I don't know what you do in a kitchen. I eat nothing but fast food. No.
What are they for?
How do you work?
Hey, Timothy, did you happen to get a layout from any of these girls? Like a general idea of where things are?
Can I do that in a flashback?
Absolutely.
Just kind of chat them up, ask them how their day's been, what they have to do during the daytime. Just try to put together a mental map of
Where they're not allowed to go and all that jazz? Yeah.
Sure. That'll be one stress because it's not necessarily casual conversation to get a layout of a house. But yeah, if you spend one stress, you can have that. Sure.
Alrighty. So yeah, I got that. Okay, so where are they not allowed to go? Those are the places I want to check out.
Okay. So there's a couple. Well, all right. So there's not really any place they're not allowed to go. There are a few places where they've been told, you don't need to bother cleaning, or nobody ever goes on this side of the house. So unless you get specific instructions, don't bother going there. But there's, I I'd say probably 3 or 4 rooms that they just don't generally bother with. And they are, of course, on the upper level.
Of course.
Far away from where you entered. In fact, the farthest
Well,
away from where you entered.
Why else would it? Where else would it be?
Right. That's just how that works.
Mm-hmm.
You're always farthest away from where you want to go.
Seems like.
Okay, so I cracked the back door and let these guys in.
Yep, you guys are in the like the hallway of the servants' quarters. Most of the lights are turned down low, but there's still decent enough light. What do you guys do?
We be
I
very
look at
quiet.
Timothy.
Yes.
Where are we heading?
Which way?
That way.
And then I go through there like I belong. Like
Okay.
I belong.
All right, so that sounds like a group prowl roll.
Yeah, it's what it does sound like.
I walk through the house as naturally as a serial killer stalking his prey can go.
Edlin, I'm a bit concerned that you're using the serial killer analogy a little too much.
What could go wrong?
That's not what I meant to do.
Okay, so a group prowl roll, is that like one roll for the group, or do we each roll individually? And
Everybody rolls, but you take the highest person's result, or
Okay.
the best result from all of you. However, somebody needs to decide to lead it because they will take stress if other people fail. I'm pretty sure Vaughn doesn't want to lead it.
No, if I take any stress, I'm going over. So
I will lead it.
I probably shouldn't have left the house, honestly. But
But you need the money.
Okay, so this is
right.
Hey, everyone in the crew gets a +1D to their healing treatment rolls with me.
This is
I
risky
did not
sin.
know that. I actually got injured on my downtime, so I didn't have a chance to fix it. This should be risky standard, right?
Yeah.
ooh.
All right, so that's a failure.
Who is leading it?
Me.
Timothy's leading.
Okay.
I feel pretty good after my time in the prison and getting beat up by cops.
Yeah.
I am
6,
going
baby.
to push myself.
Okay, that costs 2 stress. Gives you an
Yep.
extra die. Wow. That's a crit.
Wow, he crit.
Yeah. All right, so
And I got a 6 too, so
Timothy,
I stalk through the house.
Timothy, you will take 1 stress because you failed. But you guys as a whole get a crit. And that probably means something. I should look.
if we had that one ability, we'd get a double crit.
Triple crit.
Oh my god. I forgot about everyone's stills.
Everyone's what? Oh,
We have
everybody
everyone's
steals?
Well,
Yeah.
Well, you should have put your dot in already.
I didn't.
I thought you did.
What is everyone steals?
Oh, that's your crew
That's
ability.
It's the one they gave everyone an extra dot in, like Tinker or Prowl or something.
Okay.
Prowl, Finesse, or Tinker. What's this action rating? What does that mean?
That's the that's what they call skills.
Okay.
They're actions. Okay, so you get it with increased effect, which to me Sounds like you make it out of the servants' quarters into the main house with nobody the wiser.
Excellent.
Once you get into the main house, it's decorated in the Eruvian style, which is, Persian-y. So there's a lot of, elaborate rugs on the floor, a lot of draperies, even on the walls. So a lot
Pictures
of
of dancing naked women.
Statues of dancing naked women, I guess.
We're taking all this.
So it's actually
back the truck up.
right. So it's weirdly kind of sound muffling because even like the walls have draperies and like tapestries and things on them, and then there's usually like several layers of carpets, just sort of interposed across each other. And then a lot of fancy Eruvian stuff. It's obviously a very nice house. There's a lot of sweet, sweet loot.
Sweet.
I reach into the dish of petty cash.
Yeah. So as we pass through the house, like if there's anything that I think would look nice on the mantle or whatever, I'll help
Look
myself.
at all these water clocks.
Yeah, if they have a room water clocks, I'm just gonna stay here.
I was about to say, there actually is a very nice water clock.
That's going in the jacket.
All right.
Unless it's one of the huge ones.
Well, I was going to say, it's a pretty big one. It'd probably be like 2 or 3 load.
Okay.
It's like 30 pounds.
Right.
I'll wait till we leave then. I'll wait till we leave.
It's you definitely have to use both hands to carry it.
But I mark it in the head.
Yep.
I know where it is.
This room. We're coming back through.
Yep.
Yep. All right. And there are some guards in this section of the house. I'm trying to, I'd say probably like 3 or 4. I mean, there's one on like the main door, the back door. And then there's just a few who aren't necessarily like wandering, doing patrols, but are on duty.
Sure.
And yeah, you come up into what looks like past the foyer into an office, probably. It's hard to tell with this Eruvian stuff because they don't have like desks and chairs sometimes. It's just a lot of cushions on the floor.
There's strange ways.
That's right. So how about some more prowling?
We will prowl.
You're in
night.
you're in the main part of the house. In order to get the part of the house that they're not normally allowed in, you'd have to not walk right past guards, but you'd have to go by an area where they could definitely hear you.
Okay.
Did you say this was an office?
Is it another risky or?
It might be an office. It's hard to tell. Like I said, there's not like a desk.
Are there any papers laying out?
There's not any papers laying out, but there are like bookcases on the wall.
Okay.
There's some of those cool green reading lamps.
Ooh, can I find a fez?
I mean, if you want to be racist, sure.
Oh, okay.
But they have fezzes.
No,
What's the positions?
it's going to be the same. It's going to be standard risky standard, whichever way they say that on the.
It's risky standard.
Okay.
You go by the order.
And who's leading it, by the way?
Not me.
I guess I will do it this time, though I did fail.
Did you?
Top one.
The 3? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so our best is a 5.
All right. So how many failures did we get? Just one?
Just one.
Yep. All right.
So the group succeeded.
Yep. So Edlin will take a stress, and it's kind of ironic that on both prowl. It's not ironic, but it's a coincidence. On both.
Isn't it ironic?
No, it isn't.
Don't you think?
Okay.
That the leader is the
Flashback
one
really
who failed. But
Flashback.
okay.
Right before we did this, I'm actually picking one of my thing of a bandolier of alchemicals,
Hmm.
3 of them. Before we went in here, I took one of the alchemicals out and poured it on my hands, and then put my gloves back on.
Okay.
The alchemical I'm picking is printer ink. As I'm walking through, every once in a while, I take my glove up and slightly put printer ink different places, like they're looking for something.
What does that do?
It is doing nothing more.
I
than-
do believe we are framing the journalists.
Oh, you're doing
They,
actual printer ink. Gotcha.
yep.
Gotcha. Man, you guys hate journalists. What?
I didn't have no problem with them until they put me on the front cover.
Really, I hate free press.
All that yellow journalism.
Right.
That's
Those
what they
damn anti-crime people.
that's what they called fake news back in this time. It's yellow journalism.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I'll just take my glove off and rub a
Fake news.
finger
Okay.
on a table or a surface, just to leave a little. But I've made sure it's kind of dried out, so you know, those news mugs, whatever, they can never stay clean.
They're ink rakes. Was
Ink
that
rakes.
Ink rakes.
News monks.
it? I can't remember what you called that group. So
I-
That would also be a cool name.
Actually, that was to be news bucks.
Oh. Yeah, no, they're ink rakes.
Got it, 8 ranks. We are starting our battle against free press.
yep. Oh, I'm sure they're quite
We're going to start a competing paper.
unfond of us.
Okay. So you guys succeeded on your prowl. So you get past those guards and over into the sneaky area. The sneaky area. I don't know what I meant by that. The
I'm not sure
area.
either.
The abandoned? No. The secret area? It's not even a secret. It's just at the end of the hall.
The residence?
I guess, yeah. Get to the residence itself. But you get to the door and you can hear someone moving around inside.
But she's not supposed to be here. Who else lives here?
You don't necessarily know.
I look at Timothy.
Unless you do.
Flashback.
I was going to say, how would you know?
I'm looking at Timothy because he's the one
Flashback. Who else? How many people
place.
do you have to serve?
Actually, I did Taylor for a while, so I might see who else lives here. But
She actually has visitors on a fairly regular occasion that stay.
okay,
She's, a diplomat, so people do come in
Right.
from out of town, and it's usually her house that they stay at, if they don't have, their own property in town.
okay.
So there are on occasion, people staying here. However, you picked this night for a very specific reason. Nobody was supposed to be home.
Okay. Someone else get the same idea? Like someone else could be trying to steal this thing.
It's the ink rakes.
They anticipated your every move.
You know, I really underestimated the ink rakes. I have some respect
They-
for them now.
These are proper thick doors, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much no spaces and everything. Almost perfectly.
So these are
Levels like carpeting.
soundproof chambers, right?
No, it's more. Make it a mirror or anything shiny.
A knife blade or something like that.
So yeah, the door is shut and there's not really a gap, like underneath that you can see through. And that's mostly because
Keyhole.
there's a lot of thick rugs, that are put down. But there is a keyhole. There is a keyhole.
Okay.
Yes. Is anybody going to look through it,
Yes.
or is that just a crazy assumption on my part?
I mean, based on that question, I
We
don't
all
know
just
where you would have gotten
like,
that.
I don't know what to do.
You know what? There
Right,
is a-
Mike,
there-
from
no, just saying there is a keyhole. Cool.
All right, let's move on.
That's
Yeah,
neat.
I wonder if we can find the key.
Oh God, where's the key? It's gonna be a
Yes.
Resident Evil thing now, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
I will
No,
look through the
It's in
keyhole.
the basement.
it's in the statue, but only after you've aligned the lights so that they line up to spell the name of the person who owns the house.
I have to mash these red and green herbs together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you who's looking through the keyhole? Not for any particular reason.
Sure, I'll look through the keyhole.
Okay. So there are a little bit of light in the other room also. It looks just like another room from what you can tell. I mean, there's some, statuary in the background, that sort of thing. But and you can't see a person in there, but you can definitely see where the shadows are shifting, where it is, there is definitely a person in there moving.
Looking through the keyhole, does this room have multiple entrances?
Is it just a person?
As far as you can tell through the keyhole.
Okay. Like what I see in here, does that match like a person, or does it sound like there should be more people based on the amount of noise being made?
Based on the amount of noise, you'd probably say one.
Okay. But I can't see them.
Right.
Just their shadow.
Right.
Okay. Do they look like they're searching?
There's fairly regular movement.
Okay.
I'm looking through the door. Can you see another door, or is this the only entrance to the room?
I'll see if there's any other entrances.
It's too hard
From
to
my
tell.
vantage point.
Yeah, it's too hard to tell from the keyhole.
Okay, I will slowly start to try to circle other rooms. Be careful to see if I can find another entrance into it.
Well, this is at the end of a hallway.
Okay.
So, but just based on the layout of the, the house from from outside and where you think you are in the house, there are probably more rooms back there.
There should be some windows if anybody wants to try some second story work.
There are
Hey,
windows.
we do have
yeah.
second story.
You could, jump out a window and climb around the outside of the house, I suppose.
When we execute a clandestine infiltration, I get a +1D to the engagement roll.
Yep. In fact, that was accounted for.
Yep.
Okay.
That was taken into account when we made our engagement roll.
Mm-hmm.
We did really well too.
So yeah, what are you guys gonna do?
We could just go in there and knock this person out.
Always a possibility. Problem is, any sound will bring guards.
If they get, a chance to yell, sure.
But there's also the chance whoever's in there shouldn't be in there themselves.
Right.
So maybe we can all get out of this.
Because no one was supposed to be here.
So, Timothy, strip
Yes?
down to your night gear. Go in there. Pretend like you're trying to find the bathroom.
What are you talking about? I'm in my night gear.
He kind of is.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a long nightgown that goes all the way to the floor.
Got one of those little hats with the ball.
Yep.
Yep.
The little poof ball.
So I will very, very, very slowly turn the handle and see if the door's locked.
The door is not locked.
You guys want to rush them?
Well, let's just try to go in first and see who screams.
Moving slowly.
Okay. So you're gonna slowly push the door open, or real quick jump in? What's the plan?
I'm thinking we should wait until we hear the person somewhere in this room,
Uh huh.
push the door open real quick, and jump them before they can scream. Instead of them being somewhere in the room and we have to try to find them in the dark.
That's fine with me. I was watching through the door, the keyhole. So
Is the library lit or not lit?
No, there's
Or
lights
that-
in there. There's lights in there.
Okay.
So you're going through fast.
Yeah, I don't want to give them a whole lot of reaction time.
All
as soon
right.
as they sound like they're near the door,
Okay.
I'll just keep watch. You know?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, the shadows look like they're darker at a certain point, like they're closer to the door, maybe.
Mhm.
And you guys throw the door open real quick. And yep, there is another person in there who turns around and looks at you in surprise.
Clamp a hand over their face or over the mouth.
You don't recognize them, but you recognize what they're wearing.
What are they wearing?
A red
red
sash.
Yep. How did I know?
They're your favorites.
We're so friends with them.
Yeah,
like
so
what-
there is a red sash in there who is looking right at you. What do you do?
Yeah. Put a hand over that guy's mouth immediately. Yeah. Knock him to the ground, kind of thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Disarm him.
Was there a thing where we weren't supposed to kill anybody on this job?
No, I'm just trying to avoid it. Like,
I'm trying to remember the details, but
especially in a major noble's house, I don't want
yeah,
to leave.
this
bodies.
guy is going to be like a son of a foreign notable. So
He might be.
He could be. The red sashes are sort of dilettantes. So yeah.
Okay.
I think as a group, that's what we're trying to attempt to do.
Okay. So you've got the drop on him essentially. So the first round, prowl.
Sure.
Maybe
I'll go with Pro. I'm
Yeah,
trying to sneak
I
up on
mean-
the guy, so
this kind of counts as an ambush.
sudden close violence seems like.
Okay. So Vaughn, you're rolling.
Yeah, I'll roll.
All right. Do you want any help?
I mean, I'm assuming they're helping me. I didn't know if that was the case, but we all kind of had the same plan. So
Yeah. Only one person can help at a time. Like you can only get one
That's fine.
helping die, but yeah.
if anyone would like to give me a helping die
On what?
on me, knocking this
No,
guy
no.
down. Oh, okay.
It's just
I will secure the door.
it's one stress to give a die. You just gotta, be able to describe what you're doing to help.
Well, that's what. So what were you doing again?
I'm putting a hand over his mouth and tripping him to the floor. Just kind of keep him from looking for any weapons or making a noise is the goal.
Okay.
Okay, I will help by when he hits the ground or comes down onto the carpeting. I stand on his other hand.
That would be good.
Stand on his wrist.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, it's a win bonus die. I
So
cannot push myself because I'll fall unconscious immediately.
right. And this is actually going to be limited,
Okay.
but risky.
All right, I'm curious. Why is it limited?
Because they're higher tier than you, and I keep forgetting to use those rules.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah. They're just better. They have better equipment.
So
They're better trained.
They're just better in all ways.
Weird roll.
That is an odd roll, but that's
I'll take it.
I was going to say that's a success.
with no drawbacks. So
That's right. So because it was limited, you definitely grab him, sort of wrestle him to the floor, but he does make noise.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna start a clock as I find them.
Well, now we might as well kill him.
Well, killing still attracts, other attention, like the spirit wardens.
Yeah, but we have to run like quickly now anyway, so don't have time to like tie him up and interrogate him or whatever.
It's murder. It's our only constant.
We should have been assassins
No, I am going to mug the shit out of him.
because we kill people
What's he
all
got in
the
his
time.
pockets? Just
So yeah, one tick on this guard's clock. And of course, you already know who the guards are. You passed them already, but
Yep.
They'll be coming in. But you do get him, sort of down on the ground. He's definitely struggling. He's trying to get back up. He's trying to get to his sword, knife, something on that side.
Mm-hmm.
Edlund, he's, you've got your foot on there, but he's, definitely jerking around trying to get it out. And yeah, he's not going down easy.
Okay.
He's definitely, trying to roll around, and he's kind of banging on the floor a little bit, as he struggles.
So if I put my gun up to his prone head and pull the trigger, is that limited?
Yeah, that would be limited. Now you have a fine pistol though, so that would actually raise it back up.
I do.
use a pillow as a muffler, a silencer.
Also, pistols are loud, so
The guard clock's already on. All right, does the guard clock mean they're coming or that they might hear something?
that means they heard something and they are suspicious. But it could have just been someone moving in the house. They're not actively coming toward that location. They're just like on alert.
And they know he's up here.
Metal Gear
so-
Solid terms. They've got, a little exclamation point over their head. They're patrolling around.
But
So
it
we
hasn't
just need
gotten
a
ready
box.
yet. We just need boxes.
You just
like
need
3
cardboard boxes and probably some cigarettes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that you can snipe gooder.
I've got
Yeah.
heroin.
That
Does
would
that
make
count?
you not be able to snipe. Probably.
Okay. Instead, I'll take the fine pistol and I'll just pistol whip the shit out of him.
Okay.
We have him pinned already, so
Yeah, you've got him pinned, so I'm actually thinking your position would be standard because there's really no repercussions back at you other than noise.
right.
But he's not going to be able to attack you back.
So the position is controlled. You mean?
Yeah, controlled. Sorry.
Okay.
Controlled, and then let's see. You've got fine pistols, which doesn't necessarily
I do,
count for
but
the
I'm
butt,
not-
but
Right.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. We'll just
They're
say
well
standard.
made.
We'll say standard.
Okay.
They've got mother of pearl grip. You can,
Does anybody with some stress left want to help me hold him still?
Mhm.
I can assist.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, that's
I just stroke his head.
okay. I don't think that's going to count as
a pillow
assist.
over his face.
Hell yeah, that was a good roll.
Yeah, you got another 6. So, yeah, and your effect was standard. So I'm going to say, yeah, you get him. You get
Okay.
him, taped down so he's not, moving around and everything. I mean, he's
Right.
still, awake and aware and glaring at you, but he's not making noise.
Oh, I didn't mention this before, but I just sort of assumed I should have said something. My face is covered this time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Said, I am in disguise.
I take his sash, wrap it around his mouth and eyes.
Okay.
All right. The guards might have heard something. We need to move quick.
I searched the room for the, what was it, an amulet?
The Heart of Kotar.
It was the
Yes, that.
You actually don't know what it is. It hasn't been seen in centuries.
Yeah, we sort of have to assume that we'll know it when we see it.
Okay.
That's
I'm looking to find it.
One would think that it is an artifact lost for thousands of years, so it would be displayed in a place of prominence.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe a vault.
Or, deep within the safe somewhere. Yeah.
Is there a side room or like a chest or anywhere where I can dump this guy? I'm looking for a good spot to get him out of the way.
Do we have windows? And are we on the third floor?
You're on the actual, you're on the top floor. There are windows.
We just tie his arm so he can't brace himself as he hits the ground. Toss him out head first.
Oh, the point was to not kill him. That's why I hit him with the pistol butt instead of knifing him. No, bad Edlund. I'm looking for a place to stash this person.
So in here, there's mostly like small furniture. There's some tables, like some book things. I'm so descriptive this evening.
Things that hold books.
Yeah, book things like bookmarks and reading lights and bookcases and but there
to annotate.
But there's a lot of rugs on the floor. You could wrap them up in a rug.
There you go.
I could, but that doesn't hide him. I want the guards to not find anything if they come through here.
I see what you're saying.
Are there any tables with cloth over them?
Sure.
Drag him under there.
That'll do for the moment.
I whisper to him. So, if you kick the table and make any noise, you're gonna draw the guard straight to you.
He's knocked out.
Oh, I thought he was still conscious.
No, he's not knocked out. He's just
Oh, he's not. Oh, okay.
He's just not struggling.
I misunderstood.
Yeah. He's just he's just not struggling and yeah.
Okay.
But if you be quiet, when your wits get back to you, you might be able to get out of here alive.
He glares at you.
Instead of me shooting you in the face on the way out.
Actually, he doesn't glare at you. You wrapped a sash around his face. So
right.
He makes muffled noises at you.
On the inside, you said he had a sword or a dagger. What did he have?
He was just going for a weapon. He does have a sword.
I take the sword.
Okay. You guys have quite a selection of red sash swords.
Red sash swords?
Yeah.
Sashes? Yes, we do.
I lean close to him.
I just hang him on the wall.
Nod your head yes if you understand and you're going to play along.
He nods his head yes.
Good. As I slowly set the sword on his chest near his neck. Good, you said yes.
Okay.
He likes living.
Okay.
And there are other doors that lead out of this room. By the way.
Are these doors that require, by the way, the main door we just came through, are they ones that they require keys or are they locks on the inside?
Well, there was a keyhole, but the door wasn't locked.
Okay.
The door wasn't locked,
But it's something we can see through, so it sounds like the one that you need a key to unlock and lock it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how advanced lock technology is, but I'm assuming, 18th century.
As we're kind of looking around, what we should have done, tied him to the door frame. So when the guards came in to kick open the door, each time they do it, they'd be ripping them apart.
I just look at Edlund.
The body cannot take that much stress, especially if they pull out.
I just assume that he's joking and laugh right along with him.
Oh, he wasn't
I tried
laughing.
one of the other. I tried one of the other doors.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should split up and.
I personally like saying this because I actually have no rank in command, so there is no intimidation or threat behind anything I say. It's not scary.
It was just an idea.
It's just conversation.
It's a little disturbing, but yeah.
Start looking around, finding places of display.
All right, so this room, like I said, I guess it's a library. There are book things around, so we're going with that.
There are many book things.
Yes.
It smells of rich mahogany.
There are many leather-bound
Fine
books.
Corinthian leather.
And there are like 2 doors off of here. And they're
Off
the
of the
same
same-
sort of door. I mean, they're closed, but they've got keyholes, you know. I mean, they're seems
All right,
fairly standard.
Take a quick peek.
Okay.
To, the room on the right, let's just say.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it's another room. This one seems to have a lot of art in there that you can
Okay.
tell.
Does it seem like a display room?
Could be. I mean, it's hard to tell from just a keyhole, but there are, several pieces that you can see through here.
I don't spot any people.
Nope.
Okay, I'll try the door. I'll test the doorknob.
It is unlocked.
Okay. I'll push it open slowly.
Okay.
My pistol's in my hand.
It seems to be empty.
Okay.
It seems to be. There's actually 20 guys in here. Oh no.
Man, I'm bad at my job. Damn, I
all
see
have
20
wristbands.
guys.
Right.
I looked at the keyhole and saw nothing.
Right. They were all waiting
We're
right
standing
up against
very
the edge.
still.
They are talented.
No, there's nobody in here. And it does look like, some sort of art collection. There's a couple different statues and, one wall is pretty much just one picture.
Cool.
It's a beautiful picture of a city in Aruvia with the sun, going down behind it. Could be dawn, could be
Sunset.
dusk.
Hard to tell.
Something that hasn't been seen in centuries.
Yeah, I'm taking that. Cut that right out of the frame, roll it up.
Just roll that bad boy up.
Okay.
Hard-
Well, it's
hard
probably about 3 load just because it is a picture that covers an entire wall and it's not that easy to carry.
Well,
Hard first.
Are there any smaller pictures?
There have been lots of smaller pictures, yeah.
Okay.
I'm the prize, Timothy. Hard first.
Okay.
We can wrap the heart in the painting and then
I'm
Sure,
packing
that's
all
fine.
this stuff up
That's
for
fine.
transport and just kind of leaving it there.
right.
I will tell you, if there were any nice-looking books,
There's lots of nice looking books.
This is a library thing. with
Yeah, bro. It's a book thing.
things.
There's book things all over the place.
There's book things everywhere.
They're like books,
Book-shaped
but
objects.
different.
any titles I recognize, I grab. Anything that's unusual looking, I grab. As I'm looking for the heart, that's the primary.
Okay.
So yeah, in this art gallery, I will look for the heart.
Okay.
Okay, explain to me again what exactly you heard about
It
the heart.
seems like it's a display piece, so
Have I done flashback? I did research on the heart. I did study on the heart.
do I see any trunks in here?
Okay. Edland, give me. I'm thinking maybe. Well, I don't know. I could see it either being a tune or study. Depends on what you're going for, I
Wow.
suppose.
Study's more my alley.
Okay. Attune would be, this is a mystical artifact, and so there's a lot of,
Okay.
stuff about it in the
I think
occult.
he was probably more like, what's it look like?
Yeah, or what is it used for?
Okay.
What do people want it for?
Yeah, okay.
It's actual history.
So go ahead and do, I think just controlled standard.
Controlled standard.
Study.
3 and a 6.
You guys are rolling nothing but 6s.
We're just going to alternate between terrible rolls and amazing rolls.
And awesome rolls.
Ones and sixes. Nothing but ones and sixes.
So, the Heart of KOTOR is an old artifact. It was, it's part of a wizard or somebody, a necromancer, from back before the sun died.
Back before the darkening.
But back before the darkening, back before the dark bad took over.
Right.
So KOTOR was an actual person.
He's an actual person. He was believed to be in the Lost District. And so there's, over the years, lots and lots of people have gone to the Lost District trying to find his stuff, but it's all like his different body parts. Like the Eye of KOTOR is a KOTOR.
So he's Vecna?
So he's Vecna, yeah. The Hand of KOTOR, the Heart of KOTOR. They're all considered, powerful artifacts, but they haven't been seen for thousands of years.
Now, in the descriptions I've heard, do they... Basically, I'm trying to figure out if they need to be kept in juices or are they dried?
Well, that's a great way to put that.
Topic. Are they juicy?
There's no consensus.
Okay.
They're just too ancient for people to have seen them recently to know. There's lots of different speculation about how they're artifacts and things, but even those methods, would end up being different. One of them could be juicy, to use your word.
I look around. Look for anything that is pre-darkening.
Moist.
If she is keeping them any kind of order, she would keep it around similar objects. This main object's purpose, if she is not using for cold reason, would be of ancient, before it got darkened.
Okay.
We do that.
Okay.
Yep, I'll look through this, room thoroughly.
Okay.
I will crack open another room and peek in there.
All right. Other room is similar to this one. It looks more like an actual office. There's a lot fewer books. There's like a small little sitting desk with a lot of like cushions situated behind it. There's some.
That sounds more like,
cushions in front.
More officey.
Yeah. And there's, like
shriveled up human heart with like, a pencil stuck in it or something like that.
Yeah, just sitting on the desk there, just a shriveled human heart.
It's a pencil holder.
No, there isn't. Sorry. But there is another door in the back of that room.
What's back there?
I don't know. Do you want to go find out?
Yeah, I also want to take a look at this desk and see if there's anything, any valuable information on it.
Okay. There are some loose papers and scrolls on there, but do you read Eruvian?
No, but I can put them in my sack.
There's no languages thing.
No, not really. You basically just decide what languages you speak at the beginning, but actually, I think there is there's one playbook I think that actually does let you speak like all the languages, basically. But
I'm thinking because I came from traders, I probably have like I can probably count to whatever in several different languages.
Yeah. So you speak pidgin version of whatever.
Arabic
I don't know
and
that I'd be able
Roman
to read
numerals.
any of it.
Right.
Okay.
But as far as like reading Eruvian official documents, probably not unless it has like wanted on it or something like that.
Right. No, there's
No,
nothing
that
like
word.
that. And the desk itself, it's got a couple drawers in there, but they're locked. They've got, those little tiny little desk key holes on there.
Ooh, escape. Spelled just
I've
like
got lockpicks, but let's check out the other room first.
Okay. And yeah, there's another room, and it definitely looks like this is the creepy room.
This is the creepy.
Once I've thoroughly explored my room, I'll go find
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you found the creepy room. It's obviously behind the office. That's where they always
Hey,
keep
Edlin,
it.
I found your room.
But yeah,
I'm gonna check it out.
it's got like light sconces with red glass over them so that the light is all evil. And there's black curtains, and there's a lot of like occult things around.
Okay.
There's different pedestals and tables, and it's like a sort of a circular room with stairs going down to like a centralized sort of pit. Not really a pit. I mean, it is carpeted, but it's inset into the floor. And then it's kind of like, got like a walk area, like in a big circle around it. And there's, lots of occulty things in here.
That seems like the spot.
What do you guys do?
Start looking for something that looks like a mummified heart
Okay.
or a heart and juices.
Uh-huh.
One or the other, or both, if there such a thing occurs.
Could we not call them juices? I mean, it's just
I'm only saying juices because I cannot think of what it actually is.
I prefer fluids. In fluids. Or moist.
Moist.
right. Okay. So we're about ready. Well, actually, I think we're over for our first break. So we'll just take it there, and we'll be back.
KK.